What's up, man?
Tired, sick, my hands are sweaty. No, how does that song go? Arms weak, hands are
Knees
sweaty.
weak,
I'm on
arms
my
are heavy.
on my sweater. Mom's
Mom
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Yeah, dude, I've had this freaking nasty cold that's going around for the last 4 days. So my nasal's all congested. I feel like shit. And I haven't hit the gym all week just because, I don't like hitting the gym
Same.
when I feel like crap. So, yeah,
I
dude,
haven't
it's
hit.
been a pretty BS week.
You did sound better though from
From
other
last
days.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. School started. Taking 18 credits, 2 math classes. Emotional suicide every single day. Luckily, I've got some free time so we can podcast. Oh yeah. So today, nah, dude, I'm starting too fast. We've been out of the rhythm for too long. So housekeeping. We got absolutely nothing because we haven't done this in forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Other than that, we have Gabe's stream up and going. So I'm gonna type it in the chat real fast. You can actually watch this podcast in 3 different places. You can watch it on Gabe's Twitch account. You can watch it on my Twitch account, and then it'll also be later uploaded to YouTube. And I'll be entering the Twitch account into the comments. So Kai Maxwell 503, and then the other one is Snag Bass. That's it. Snag Bass isn't there like 1 or something?
Yep, that's it.
Snag Bass 1. Okay, there's the 2 Twitch accounts you can watch it on. Please like and follow. Help support us. That'd be awesome.
I like to talk about fun things here.
Okay, so right before we started this, he brought up something in the news, and I just want to chat about it real fast. And okay, there's my personal opinion on the Pete Davidson and Kanye West crap that's going on right now. Oh, flip, dude, I'm not recording. Whoops. I'll just have to download it off Twitch later, and then
Yeah, it's recording on mine.
for you.
So,
Oh, it is.
yeah.
Well, then you're gonna upload it to YouTube then. Okay, so my my 2 cents on the Pete Davidson and Kanye West. Kanye is crazy. Have you ever listened to that dude like on the Ellen show and just podcast, the Joe Rogan podcast? Like the guy can make music. Don't get me wrong, but the guy's crazy, and money affects you. The guy's got so much money. Freaking the Yeezy brand. Was married to a supermodel, and I just feel like when you have so much money, you just don't really care anymore. Kim Kardashian is like, so many people look to her as like a goddess, makes so much money and is attractive and yada, 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 yada. But when you've got all the money in the world, I don't think you're buying her flowers in the morning. I just think that, money gets to your head and you don't care anymore. And, obviously the whole like Kanye like running for president and stuff like that. I don't know if that was embarrassing for her, but I feel like after a while she's just like, this guy's a goon, like whatever. And so what is she doing? She's going for these young dudes that are gonna make her laugh. Pete Davidson, he's a comedian. If he couldn't make a rich woman laugh, I don't think anything that he would say would matter. You know what I mean? That's why, she likes to laugh. She's, I don't know, probably had somewhat of a hard time the past year or so with fighting and getting a divorce and, continuing her career and stuff. But it's funny because, Kanye, in his song "You're Such an Effing Hoe," he says that you can buy a chick, you can buy her tits, you can buy her all this crap, but that doesn't necessarily make you happy. And I think that he's seeing like the publicity of Pete Davidson kind of like making him look like he ain't the big bad Kanye anymore. And so he's kind of like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this kid and make an example of him. So that's my 2 cents on the Pete Davidson and Kanye and Kim. But yeah, score for Pete Davidson. That if you ask me, the dude seems like he's dating a new chick every week. So But I don't know. Maybe he's making her laugh. Maybe he's making her laugh so hard that, you know, Pete Davidson's funny. Don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of his stuff. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, King
He's
King
also a
of Staten
douchebag
Island,
though.
really good movie. Hey, real quick, you're recording as well, right? And
No,
streaming.
I'm streaming, but I'm not recording. You record
Okay,
it, and that's how you upload it to YouTube later.
okay. All right, I'm just paranoid because I am recording, but I don't know like if it'll save the whole thing, but we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are your
But
2 cents on it, man?
oh, dude, from what I've read, Pete Davidson is like just an all around like nice guy.
Playboy.
So yeah, you could say that.
Nice playboy.
I mean, like if you're a chick, like would you date like the rich, like eccentric douchebag, or would you date like the nice, funny guy who makes you laugh and who makes you feel good? Like obviously you're gonna pick the nice, funny guy, right? So,
Oh, for sure, for sure.
but but yeah, you know that old like Vine where that guy is standing out there and he's like, his clothes whack, the way that he stands whack. You remember that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw a TikTok recently where it was like Kim standing like looking out her window, and it was like Kanye West on the street saying that, and we freaking made me laugh so hard because that's what he's doing right now, dude. I think, I think he was expecting like Kim to stick around because they got like divorced or whatever like a while ago, but now that like the news is showing Kim all happy and stuff, he's all pissed. But
For sure, for sure. Kanye, like I'm not trying to talk crap on religion. I know a lot of people kind of know my religious stance, but anyone in their right mind that comes out and says that they're like a prophet of God and they feel inspired to do all this crap, I don't know. I if I was their spouse, I'd be like, are you sure? Are you sure, Kanye? You know, I think like he's the type of guy that he talks about Jesus. He's like Jesus, 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 and then you listen to some of his music, and you're like, dude, if anything, you're praising the man down below, not the man up above. A lot of your music is calling women, the B word, using the N word, and don't get me wrong, I've listened to a lot of his music. Stronger growing up. And kill me, could only. I used to love that song. Heartless. A lot of his new stuff though, like I like rap, but there's certain rap artists that you just like. I just don't have. I just don't have the new Kanye vibe. I got the old Kanye vibe, not the new Kanye vibe.
an old SNL skit with Pete Davidson was talking about like Kanye West before he was like dating Kim and stuff. And Pete Davidson pulls out a hat, and it was like the Trump hat that says like "Make America Great Again," but the hat said like "Make like Kanye 2016 again," like the 2016 Kanye when he was balding.
Ah. Yeah,
I,
dude, the
I just
guy like I said, if you've watched him like on the Ellen show or if you've seen any of his interviews, he's very scatterbrained. He goes on these weird rants, and these rants, it's just like, what are you talking about? So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. Whatever. My opinion. You can throw it in the trash over there. I don't really care. Other than that, oh dude, you hear about that freaking earthquake by Tonga, and you've watched those videos?
oh yeah, the tsunami.
And everybody's going to the beach, like all the surfers trying to go hit the waves. Can you
Dude, over
imagine sitting in like a little spaceship flying around the earth, and all of a sudden you look down and you're like, uh-oh. Because like the video, it's like in a second, it's just like, you know what I mean?
I used to think like tsunamis like weren't a big deal, especially if you live like closer inland, but just seeing that video and like doing more research on tsunamis, they're like crazy dangerous, dude. Like just like 2 feet of water can like knock out like an entire power system, and it could like drag people away, like destroy houses and stuff. It's like It's insane, dude.
Like, I've seen a bunch of videos where they've got these, like, pretty good-sized waves that are, like, hitting California and stuff. But, like, why aren't we seeing videos of, like, Fiji and Tonga? I'm sure they're getting hit with massive waves, you know?
Yeah, the video
Hawaii,
I
I'm sure, is
saw,
probably, you
yeah,
know,
it's getting hit
Australia.
too.
There's, like, so many places. Like, why aren't we seeing... I haven't seen any videos of bigger waves hitting those places, but I've seen, like, waves like California, and you're like, yeah, it's just a... It just looks like a normal... Not a normal, maybe a little bit bigger than normal wave. Like, it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, dude, tsunamis are crazy, man. You have, 2 feet of water traveling however fast, and yeah, dude.
It's crazy powerful, dude. Freaking, I saw a TikTok last night of this like white girl over here in California. She was just walking out in the like in a tsunami, like a sign of tsunami, like the shoreline kind of like recedes back, and you could like walk around in the ocean, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was walking around looking at all this coral, the starfish, and it's like, dude, like get out of there. Like, what if like a huge tsunami comes? You're gonna be the first one that freaking dies. But yeah, some people are just dumb. They
For
don't
sure,
know.
for sure. So, yeah, let's jump right into our subject, man. This subject is
Truffles.
so interesting. A little bit about myself. I freaking love mushrooms. Not like the mushrooms you guys are probably thinking about. I love mushrooms on my pizza. I love mushrooms on my salad. I love stuffed beef mushrooms. I love going to like a sushi buffet or Panda Express and getting the mushroom chicken. Mushrooms are very tasty, and I'm a huge fan of mushrooms. Now, mushrooms are so cool, and then you hear this word truffle, and you're like, what in the hell is a truffle? I've never even heard of a truffle until I watched this movie. And I watched this movie with Nicolas Cage called Pig. I don't know if you guys have seen that. And that kind of really sparked my interest because it's like, wait, there's more fungus out there that supposedly is as delicate and as tasty as a freaking mushroom? No way. So, did some research, found some stories, dug some up. I want to tell you guys more about what a truffle is and pretty much just a little bit of history about it. And in all honesty, the reason you probably haven't heard about a truffle is because they're extremely expensive. They're hard to find. And really, probably the only people that are they're eating these things is probably like Jeff Bezos and really rich people that can just whop like a
Gordon
whopping
Ramsay.
$10,000 on a meal.
Jeez.
Apologize, like I said, I'm sick. So if I have to like cough or like clear my nostrils real fast, I apologize. Dave, or no, not Dave. Gabe, what's a truffle, dude? What do you got for a truffle?
Well, I didn't really know anything about truffles until like we started talking about it and researching it. But as far as I know, like I've never had one. I never had the opportunity to taste what a truffle is yet. But I know what mushrooms taste like. So, but from what I've read, it's like a earthy, almost like kind of sweet taste. And I guess like I don't know, you pair that with like some fish or something and it makes it better. I don't know.
I watched a couple YouTube videos and they give it like a garlic like texture that has a very
Hmm.
unique taste to it. A truffle is a fruiting body of subterranean asmosticide fungus, one of the many species of genus tubular, whatever the frick that means. If you look up a picture of a truffle, it literally is like a dark brown, like a baseball almost, shaped kind of weird. But they grow on the ground. And they grow on the ground of like very thick forests, and they're very popular hunting in in Italy, in the forests of Italy. And you think that mushrooms grow on the ground, they grow on trees. You can farm mushrooms. Truffles are a little bit different. They're almost impossible to farm. They're so fragile, as I could say, to the environment. They're one of the things that you can't store for very long. They're So they're extremely hard to grow. In other words, probably 90 to 85% of the people that try to grow and harvest a truffle are probably going to fail.
Hmm.
Um, Second, once you find a truffle, it doesn't grow on the surface, doesn't grow on a tree. It grows, underneath the ground. Once you find a truffle, you have like 16 hours to get it, chop it up, and eat it before it then goes bad. But then again, they're so tasty, and people will pay top dollars for these truffles, making them so expensive, and why people will actually buy and pay for them. So, how much is a truffle, and why would you pay for a truffle? I've never, like I said, I've never had the opportunity. Gabe's never had the opportunity to try a truffle. But one truffle, 1 pound of truffle, can cost anywhere from $3,800 to $5,800 for 1 pound of truffle. Is it worth paying that much money for a little fungus that grows in the ground that is so fragile? That almost makes me want to like pay for it and try it. But then again, I feel like, what if you paid that much money and then you were disappointed? How much of a slap to the face would that be?
Maybe it'll be worth it, dude, once you taste it. I don't know. Like I said, I've only been described like what it tastes like, but some people, like foodies or whatever, maybe they're all about that.
So there's actually two
Maybe.
different, yeah. So there's actually two different types of truffles. There's the black truffles from France, and there's the white truffles from Italy. Both are very sought after and extremely popular in Italy and France. So I don't
And the
know if
Pacific Northwest.
I don't know if it tastes extremely good on your pizza or what, but like in America, like I said, I grew up in America and I've never even heard of truffles until now. So
So
definitely,
Nicolas
if I travel
Cage.
there, I want to try them. I want to try a truffle.
Hey, if you come to California, the Pacific Northwest, like in Oregon, probably, we could probably go truffle hunting. We should do that. Make like a live.
In California,
Yeah, the Pacific Northwest, like Oregon, Washington, like up there.
you found oh.
Yeah. It's like Italy, France, Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a bunch of like hippies out there looking for truffles right now.
You can make some good money with
Mm-hmm.
truffles. So something else just to throw out there, just to make things more complicated. Like I said, hard to find, extremely fragile, can't grow them, hard to preserve them long enough to for someone to eat them. But how the heck do you find a truffle if it's under the ground? It's not that finding a truffle. You can't just walk around in a forest and say, "Oh, there's a truffle over there," or
You
"Oh,
sniff the
there's a
ground.
truffle over there." You have to. There's ways to finding them, but a lot of the times you don't actually really find them. How people find truffles is two ways: a pig or a dog. And you think like, what the hell? Pigs and dogs have super advanced sense sniffing abilities. Um, Pigs have been traditionally used to hunt truffles. This is because they have an excellent sense of smell and are beckoned to this truffle as they contain edestrol, a sex hormone found in the saliva of male pigs. So pigs are commonly used for finding truffles, but they also find are able to train dogs too because of their advanced sniffing abilities also. But that's the thing. How the hell do you train a dog or a pig? Hey, I want you to go find this little truffle that's on the ground. Go find it for me. Um, these to find or to train an animal, a pig or a dog, to hunt truffles, to have it professionally trained to do that. How much do you think it costs, Gabe?
I don't know, up in the thousands for like a good truffle pig, training them and everything. Um, the little bit of reading that I've been able to do is like it's hard to find a good truffle pig, and like the pig's instinct like once it finds the truffle, that it wants to eat the truffle. So there's like a lot of abuse and stuff that happens sometimes, especially with like
It goes and it starts digging, and you're like, no.
yeah, you have to like kick the pig off or whatever, but like obviously don't do that because that's like animal abuse, you know.
So you get first off, you got to find an animal that's good, that you know is going to be well bred to do the job correctly. Like I said,
Hmm.
or what Gabe said, is not every pig is going to be a great truffle hunter. You've got to have like specially trained or special breeded pig or dog, and then these animals can cost anywhere from $22,000 to $47,000 to train them just to find a dang truffle. And like Gabe said, is these things, when they find them, they want to eat them. They want to dig them up and bite them. Like, so can you just
It's just
imagine
there.
like following around this dog or this pig, like, oh, right there, move, like.
I wonder if it's possible to find them without an animal,
What was that?
you know? I wonder if it's possible to find them without an animal, you know, like maybe there's like some kind of like sonar thing you could use in the ground, or you just go around smelling the ground, maybe. I don't know, but
If you watch a
I'm
lot of YouTube videos, a lot of people, when they dig them up, they'll sit there and they'll just smell them for like a good like 5 minutes to make sure. I guess you can tell the ripeness or like
hmm,
how much value they are based on the smell they give off. So like if you
how
find one
smelly.
that's rotten or like a super old one that's lived its lifespan and whatever. But yeah, when they dig them up, they sit there and just smell them for a while. And it gets kind of weird. But hey, you got to make sure you have a good truffle.
Hmm.
So imagine you go out, you take your dog and your pig, you spent, we're just gonna round up and we'll just say, $50,000, and you go out with your dog and your pig and you spend all day long and you find 3 small truffles. Did you make your money's worth?
I think so, yeah. Made a
Each
pretty
pound
good
of
amount of
truffle
money.
sells for around $3,800, and if you find 4 or 5 of them a day, you're making some pretty dang good money.
It's a pretty good return right there.
So why sell drugs? Well, why make cocaine and do illegal shit when you can actually just train a dog or a pig and go hunt truffles instead? Get exercise, running around, finding the truffles. And this is so funny. Every single time I hear truffles, I think of Little Rascals. Do the truffle shuffle. And if you don't know what the truffle shuffle is, Google it. You put your shirt over your head, you make your fat jiggle. No, I will not be doing that. I do have an OnlyFans. I will put that in the account. I do charge $10 a month.
Man. I was gonna say I don't think a lot of people, especially like the younger people, know what the truffle is.
Yeah, that's not
We're
your
we're
generation,
old.
guys. But
We're old, bro.
do the do the truffle shuffle, man.
Well, that being said, truffles being expensive and whatnot, there is crime involved in truffles. So the dark underworld of the truffle trade. If you guys are interested, you can look this up. But basically, there's a couple farmers that like successfully like make truffles, and they get like robbed all the time, or try like attempted robberies. So like imagine like you're playing GTA, right? Like a GTA heist, and you gotta go steal some freaking truffles, dude. So
Heck
yeah,
yeah, that'd
there's
be a fun mission.
yeah,
You think about it, how much valuable they are. Like, I'm sure that the crime rate for robbing people is extremely high. Like, you watch on the Pig with that show of Nicolas, or that movie of Nicolas Cage, and they come and rob his pig. And it's like the whole entire movie he's trying to get his pig back. But you also have to understand that's how he makes his money. That's how he makes his living. And second, not only was that his truffle pig, that was his friend. And that's what makes it, more important, is because this guy was out working every single day finding these truffles. But when he's all alone in the woods, he's also with his buddy. Man's best friend was his truffle pig, dude.
dude, pigs are awesome. I would hang out with a pig.
Dude, I personally know someone that lives in Tooele that actually has a house pet that is a miniature pig.
Mm-hmm. Those pigs are expensive too.
A lot of people think like, ew, nasty, dude, freaking pigs just for bacon, whatever. You're disgusting, dude. There's people that have little teeny pigs as their house pets, and you look at videos of them, they're so cute and little, and would you ever have a pig come lick your face, man? I don't know how I'd feel about that, but you always see those videos and the pigs like licking their face, like ah.
I don't let any animals lick my face, but yeah, pigs are like extremely intelligent, dude. Like smart, almost smarter than dogs, in my opinion. Like if you train them and stuff, they're like really intelligent animals. And it's funny because when you look at a pig, you think like bacon, but it's also man's best friend. So it's like,
Heck yeah. So truffles, there's the white and the black truffles, but there's
oh,
also
there's
some
different
extremely
kinds.
rare truffles called the Alba truffles. A guy found a pair of Alba truffles last year that weighed 6 pounds, and he sold it for over 75,000 euros, or in U.S. money equivalent to $85,000. Dang. So not only are you hunting truffles, but there's like, it's almost like you're playing a video game. There's ones that are like more rare than other ones. There's different types of them. And there should be like a business that like you can go pay like however much money. Like you don't get to keep the truffle. It's just more of like the experience of running out. Because whenever I think of like truffle hunting, I always, I grew up in a little town where hunting was super big, and you have your hound dogs, right? Your hound dogs run around. They run the raccoon up the tree, or they go find the mountain lion. But instead of looking for like, you know, that type of thing, you're looking for a little fungus in the ground that's growing.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good business, dude.
Heck yeah, dude. Truffles are also known to be extremely good in cream cheese, oils, fatty foods. They're great flavor with pasta, rice, potatoes, pizza sauce, and I don't know. It's so.
Do you think there's people that just straight up eat it, like just the truffle, or would that be like kind of gross because it's like too much flavor?
Well, from my understanding, it's almost they kind of blend it up or break it down, and it's almost like kind of like a paste that you rub in, or a paste that you apply to certain things to make the flavor come out, and
Mm-hmm.
also have like an extremely good tasting truffle, which is like I said, literally the point of this episode of this podcast is to bring you the curiosity of what something that's going to cost $3,800 a pound is going to freaking taste like. Like me and Gabe kind of had this conversation, kind of like wine. Wine, cheap ass wine tastes like shit. Old ass wine kind of also tastes like shit too. So it's but you're paying more money for the old ass wine, because the older the wine is, the more rare it is, and the more unique the
I
flavor is.
I think that's just a rich person thing, dude. Like, oh, I spent like $5,000 on a bottle of wine. It's like, okay.
For sure, for sure. So can you imagine? Dude, I think it would suck to live in Italy. You sit down, you get your pasta. Your pasta's like what, $5-10. You order your $500 bottle of wine, and then you bring in like your, you know, however many ounces of truffle you want, and then when they write you your check's for $10,000. Not $10,000. We'll just say like $5,000. Yeah, that's freaking crazy.
That's funny that you say that because I've been to Italy. I went there on my honeymoon. The food, it's very bland. Doesn't have a lot of flavor. Like
What?
the most flavorful food that I had in Italy was like a four cheese pizza and Indian food. Everything else, dude, it's just pasta, 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 and like some pizzas were okay, but I don't know. Maybe it's because like being born and growing up here in America, where all the food is like highly processed, like over salted. You expect like all this flavor, but I think over in Italy and like other places in Europe, like their food is more natural, I guess you could say. Like There's
Huh.
like no preservatives. There's no like
So wait. Tell me a little bit more about it. So did you go for like a week, a couple of days, or what?
we were there for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks in
Yeah.
Italy. And what the
Mm-hmm.
heck did you do in Italy?
Friggin' walked around, explored Rome, ate gelato. The gelato is really good. It's way better than ice cream. But yeah, like we went to a few places to like get pasta and stuff. Like, wow, like we want to try all the food of Italy, yada yada. And it was just
Even
like
like so. Quick question. So whenever I think of pasta, like Alfredo or spaghetti, there's like a lot of sauce. So when you're saying that something's bland, was it like even the sauce kind of bland too?
a little bit. I mean, like the tomato sauce, like yeah, it tasted like tomato, but it was like a little more watery. It wasn't like you open up like a jar of Prego, taste that. It's like it's like an explosion of like tomato, and it's kind of like acidy and stuff. Like their tomato, it's
You think
like
they made it out of a can, or do you think it was like crushed in the backyard right before you ate it?
I think it was like crushed, like everything was fresh. So
So it didn't have like all the preservatives and all that other crap in it that they
yeah,
put in. Huh, that's interesting.
and all there was is like pasta and pizza. You get tired of that after like the second day. I mean, there was some places that made like chicken carbonara, and that was pretty good. But yeah, a lot of the places did is straight up pasta, bread, pizza. It's like all they eat over there.
You know, this might sound kind of funny. Growing up, we had like foreign exchange students. We had quite a few, 6 or 7 foreign exchange students that came from Japan, and they used to tell us that they're like, "You Americans, you guys smell sweet." And it's just like, what? And they'd be like, yeah, like you smell sweet. And then I remember we were talking to someone about it. In America, all we ever do is eat freaking just garbage, dude. Sugar,
High
sugar,
f-
sugar, sugar,
high
sugar, sugar,
fructose corn
sugar.
syrup.
We eat so much sugar that when someone from, another part of the world comes around and smells us, they think we smell funky, like weird. We smell sweet
Hmm.
for how much sweet that we eat. And that's just kind of interesting because it's like, our taste buds we're so used to just eating fats, salts, and sugars. You go to you know, anywhere you go to get fries, there's so much dang salt on the fries. You go like I used to work in retail and it's like disgusting because it's like things it's like Halloween, candy, freaking Christmas, more freaking candy. Oh, it's the new year. Okay, now we have Valentine's Day, more candy, 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 candy. And like I deliver to Walmarts and stuff for my job now as the delivery driver, but these mofos are selling like freaking 30 pallets of freaking candy a day. Like Americans eat a lot of freaking candy. Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Have you ever noticed too that like if you eat Mexican food, it's like spicy, but then if you ever eat like Thai food, it's like still spicy but a different type of spice. Yeah, dude, it's interesting eating foods from all over the place and how they're different, but super bland, and all you ever had was pizza and pasta.
That being said, a lot of our food gives us cancer, dude. Like you go to Europe and you're like, hey, do you have this or that? And they're all, no, that's banned here. Like our government banned that type of food. Like you can't eat that. That's bad for you. And it's like, oh, that's like in everything we eat over here in the States. So yeah, keep that in mind, you know?
That's interesting.
Yeah, man.
There was actually one other question I was going to ask you, but then I forgot what I was going to say. So you walked around for 2 weeks, ate a lot of pasta. Got any cool souvenirs, or you eat any truffles while you were there? Like, when you were there, do you remember seeing anything about truffles anywhere?
You know, maybe there was like a couple of dishes at a couple of restaurants I was at that might have had like some type of like fungi in it, but I didn't get that. I was like pizza, pasta.
Huh.
I was still opening up my mind to like different cultures and different foods and whatnot. So I didn't try a lot of stuff, but
I remember
Yeah,
I
I
saw this
mean,
TikTok video just recently, actually, where there's some people that did like a foreign exchange student program where someone from Italy came over and they took him to Olive Garden and they refused to eat the food because they said it was the most disgusting thing they've ever tasted in their life.
so dumb American moment. Like the first day that we're there, we go into this pasta place, right? And it's not even like a legit restaurant. It's literally like this like old woman's house. Like her front living room and like kitchen were transformed into like a little like bistro, I guess you could call it. But you could tell it was like this woman's house. But anyways, I looked at her and I was like, "Yeah, can I get like the fettuccine alfredo?" Because like I was tired of like tomato sauce. It was like the second day there. I was tired of tomato sauce because like it's like kind of like acidic, like naturally. So like
Yeah.
it like made my stomach upset. And I was like, man, like I kind of want some fettuccine alfredo because I was thinking about like Olive Garden, you know. And she didn't know what it was. Like none of them knew what it was.
What?
Yeah, yeah. And I was talking to her and I'm all like, oh, it's like the white sauce. And she's like, the white sauce? Like but she like spoke broken English. So she went back and she made this sauce, but all she did was like add like the white cream to it, you know, like the half and half, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. Yeah. And she put like a little bit of cheese on it and it was like it tasted like kind of gross, but I was like, hey, she made what I asked, you know, but apparently fettuccine alfredo is an American thing.
What?
Yeah, some guy from Italy came over here, like opened a few restaurants, and he created fettuccine alfredo here in the States. But over in Italy, that doesn't exist. It's straight up like tomato sauce or like pesto over in Italy. So, but yeah, dude.
What the hell?
Yeah. So a
Huh.
little interesting
How
fact of
long
the
was the
day.
flight over there?
It felt like forever. I think it was maybe I want to say like 12 hours,
If you ever fall
maybe.
asleep, or if you ever go on long plane rides, you're supposed to stay up the night before,
Hmm.
so you just sleep on the plane. Because you think about it, you sleep for 10 hours, and then you dick around for 2 hours. Not that bad at all.
I'm a really bad flyer, dude. Like I have to like watch like back to back movies or like force myself to sleep or else I'm just gonna be like in panic mode the entire time. I'm not good at flying.
Huh.
Every little bump we hit, I would get sweaty and like freak out, but it's just like turbulence, you know? But yeah.
Did they have like a bed you could sleep in for that long of a flight, or did it was
No,
just like sit
no.
in just your regular chair?
We were in regular chairs, you know, like they like recline and whatnot. And but they only recline like a couple inches, so you're like here, and then you're just like back here like this, but you're still like sitting up straight. It was like that.
Dude, I would have stayed up. I would have stayed up all night, so I would have just crashed the whole way.
It was a fun trip though. I would recommend going to Italy if anybody gets a chance. It's worth it.
Huh. That's awesome, dude. For my honeymoon, we just I can't even remember what we did.
We got super lucky though. Like the tickets that we found, it was like cheap. Like the flight was cheap. It even came with like a hotel. Like we stayed in this like little like campground bungalow for the first few nights. But yeah, we got extremely lucky. That was probably the cheapest like tickets that you could find back then.
Wait, did your wife want to go to Italy, or was that kind of just something you both agreed on, or?
It was something we both agreed on. Like we were thinking about just like going to San Diego, but then she found those tickets and she was like, "Hey, like this is probably like one of our only chances to like go somewhere really cool. So let's go." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And we went. It's pretty dope.
Cool, man. Well, probably just end the podcast there. Thank you much for popping in. Hope you guys learn more about Truffles, and see you guys next time.
See ya.
Hit the stop record,
It stopped.
dude. I'm still streaming right now.
You're still streaming?
Yeah, dude.
I thought you said your streaming wasn't working.
So you can stream and record at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
You record the podcast, but I forgot to hit record. You can just pull it off of a Twitch download it later. And by the way, I got a new follower, No Reason Powner. Thank you for the follow. Don't know who you are. You didn't say anything in the comments. I would have shouted you out, but I totally didn't see it until now. Sorry, apologize for that. You want to play like 5 rounds of Halo and then call it? Come on, we'll do. Or do you want to play Valheim real fast?
I'll play a little bit of Valheim, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna play until.
I don't know if I could play Halo on my computer yet. I haven't tried. What was I looking for? Yeah, Twitch.
Okay, let's play Valheim for like 45 minutes or an hour. Chupapi Muñeño.
I can't play that long, dude. I gotta get off at 11. So 12 your time.
No, I'm gonna have to end my stream because my camera won't transfer over. Okay, I'm gonna stop streaming. I'll start right back up.